Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Erickson TV. Curtis here with Lauren. Hello Lauren.
Hey Curtis, hey everybody.
Hey Lauren, I wanted to talk a little bit about international investing.
Okay.
I've had some comments about, like for instance, this year the U.S. market is up.
Yes.
The international market is down a bit overall.
Yes.
And then going back since like the recovery starting in like the first quarter of 2009,
Right.
The U.S. large companies have outperformed the international large companies by quite. I mean, the international is up, but not by not by nearly as much as the U.S.
Yeah, and yeah, that's correct. Yes.
So I want, but I want. It's kind of one of the reasons I'm still excited about the international market. It still feels to me like the Wild West. It's like a new frontier.
Right. Okay.
And this is an example. On this, I'm going to mention the company name, but you and I talked many times that we don't invest in individual companies.
Right.
So this isn't about an individual companies, but it's kind of just illustrative of what I think the market could be like in the international arena. You heard there's a new startup, not a startup company, but an IPO recently called Alibaba.
Okay. Yes.
And they actually most of their business is done in China. Okay.
Huh.
They're like an Amazon in China.
Right. Yeah.
And it was interesting. So they wanted to go public, and they couldn't negotiate to be listed on the Hong Kong exchange. So they ended up doing an IPO in the U.S. markets, and they had like the biggest IPO in U.S. history, like 231 billion. But that's not the point. The point is they people think of like e-commerce, and Amazon tends to dominate that.
Right.
So typically Amazon does about 20 billion in sales in one quarter.
That's a lot.
Okay, which is a lot. Yeah. So this is the takeaway. This is what's exciting to me. They have this holiday in China called Singles Day, when unmarried people celebrate their independence by shopping for themselves. Right.
Okay.
So
they didn't bother to add a religious excuse to it. They just go in straight for
pure consumerism.
Yeah, pure consumerism. Okay.
So remember the 20 billion from Amazon?
Right. Yeah.
So Alibaba reported one-day sales for this holiday of 9 billion.
Wow.
In one day.
That's a lot.
That's amazing.
That's a lot.
And then I did a little reading about Alibaba. They said that they're excited about what's going on in China, but they're also excited because they're going to move into the India market. Okay.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So, what's your take on this international investing?
Oh yeah, well yeah, international investing has not done so well in the last few years, just like it did very well compared to U.S. investing throughout the 2000s. I mean, that's one of the main reasons our portfolios made money while the U.S. market flopped through the 2000s.
So that's an example of diversification.
Yeah,
they're not
exactly.
going up and down at the same time.
Yeah, they're not going up and down at the same time, and I find that comforting simply because for a few years there, really, the U.S. and international were just going in lockstep, and I didn't like that.
No.
That's what I was kind of unhappy about, because it meant that they didn't. You really just throw darts at a dartboard, and you do just as well. So I'm actually a little bit more comforted. And in going towards the future, what it means that international stocks have had somewhat poor returns compared to U.S. stocks recently is that the price of international stocks is lower and the price of U.S. stocks is higher.
Right.
And while I don't encourage market timing, that's why we rebalance, is because you have to buy at those lower prices.
Yeah. So to finish this episode, just a little specific example. There's still a lot of business to be done in the international market.
That's right.
And number two is the way that we are dealing with the differences in the market returns is by rebalancing.
Yep.
Buying lower and selling a little bit off the top when it's higher. So,
yes.
Okay. Well, thank you for watching this episode of Erickson TV. We'll see you next time. Bye
See you
now.
next time.